Hello, welcome to Ethan's Kitchen. Today we will be making flan. So the first step to making flan is I can't flip the camera. How do I flip the camera? Okay, so you want to set your stove to about 6 or 7. Yeah, 6 or 7. And then you want to fill your pan, just a medium-sized pan, with some some sugar right there. You see, you want to fill it with like enough sugar to fill the pan, you see. Yeah, and then we'll move on to the next steps when. So I also forgot you need to fill your pan with some water. Oh, I missed. But yeah, it'll start sizzling. Oh, I suck at this. And you also want to put some lime juice in there, really for the flavor. Let me clean this up. Um, yeah, always keep a clean workstation, as I say. You know, the greats, me, Gordon Ramsay, all the greats. And then you wanna start mixing. You kind of need a. This is kind of difficult. Oh, did I burn it already? Yeah. Let me just mix it real quick. So if you're in a situation like me where it's like you added a little bit too much liquid, you could always add more sugar. We always want to be constantly looking and mixing this, as this will be your caramel for the flan. Very good. Ignore that I have some, like, I think burnt sugar at the bottom. It'll be fine. Yeah, so it'll start bubbling like this. So what we're looking for is when it starts caramelizing and you can see it start turning brown, maybe a yellowish color. But you really want it to turn into like maybe a light brown color, because when you steam it'll also turn into a darker color. But really, it's all good. Just see what you want with your caramel, and just experiment when you make this fun. Yeah. So as you wait for it to caramelize, you can grab your ramekins where you'll fill the caramel with. Here I have 7 ramekins. Very, very good. Might need more. Who knows? That's where you grab extra cups. Let me see where my extra cups are. So I couldn't find my extra cups, so this will have to do. So hopefully I didn't make too much caramel, but as you can see it's turning into a yellowish color. So we're just going to wait a little bit more. And the burnt sugar is actually not doing too bad now. Yeah, update you later. So here's a pro cooking hack for you. So if you feel that maybe it's cooking a little too much, you could always take it off of the burner, and it will start to cool down, and you could see the color better. But here, you can see we still need to cook it a little bit more, maybe like 2 more minutes of cooking. But yeah, really, caramel is just sugar and water and lime juice. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Pretty coolness. But yeah, always make sure to have your workstation ready. I think while we wait for this caramel, we're gonna make our egg mix. Yep, big fancy words. So we're just gonna grab this bowl right here out of the dishwasher. I spilled some water. Just wipe that with your sock. I hope you can see me. I don't know if you can see me. Uh, actually, I need to look at the recipe real quick. Hold on. Looked at the recipe. So for what I'm making, I have 7 ramekins. I think I am going to use 3 whole eggs. No. Yeah. 3 whole eggs and 1 just singular yolk. So here's 1 egg. Then we have the second egg. Then our third egg. Let me just throw this away. Keep a clean workstation, y'all. This is what cooking is all about, keeping a clean workstation, okay? Oh, my spoon's sticking. Now, sometimes in the kitchen, it'll get a little chaotic, but that's all fine, okay? It doesn't matter if it's a little chaotic as long as you're not chaotic, okay? So, now this one is the yolk. So, nope, oops, nope, oh, shoot. I didn't think about that. Okay. YOLO, I could just take out the yolk, I guess. Oh, come on. No. Okay. It's like a little bit. No. Okay, yeah. That'll work. So now that we have our stuff here, you are going to whisk your eggs. Here I'm using a fork because I like to. But you're just going to whisk your eggs until they're, scrambled. So, sorry guys. So the recipe says that you don't want to beat it so then there's air in it, but this is Ethan's recipe. So you don't really have to just whisk it, Because in the end we're going to strain this so then all the air bubbles go out. Because when you're making flan, you really don't want the air bubbles. Because that's what makes the flan look weird, okay? And trust me, I've had some weird flan. So, just want this, oh, you can't see. But, you want it to be yellow. You could imagine what that looks like. Like, yellow, you see. Yellow. Maybe I could go farther back. And... Oh, yeah. Maybe like that. Yeah. Well, you get the gist of it. You want your eggs to be scrambled and smooth, okay? So what we're gonna do now... Ooh, the caramel's ready. Okay, let me cut the video. Okay, so our caramel's ready. So now what you want to do is just make sure everything's melted down all right. Then like I said, a pro chef move, you could take it off of the heat and see that beautiful caramel color. Yep. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to cut the video for this because I'm not very good at pouring this caramel. But what you want to do is you're going to pour this caramel into all of these ramekins, okay? Now, I want you guys have to be confident when you do this, okay? You guys can't second guess yourself. But you want maybe a thin layer of caramel, maybe about I don't know. But just a thin layer, enough to cover the bottom, you see. Yeah, so I'm gonna take this off of the heat. Oh, what am I boiling? Okay. Here we go. Look, this is what your egg's supposed to look like as well. Yeah, we're gonna turn off the heat. Okay, safe kitchen, guys. Said I was gonna cut. Yeah, bye-bye. Okay, so after you pour your caramel, your ramekin should look like this. See that beautiful color of the caramel? It's a very orange-brown color. Did you? Fun fact: did you know that brown is orange? And then you might spill some drops like this. So you could just take these drops off with a spoon or with your nail. Yep. And then you could try it and see if you like your caramel. Now, currently, I do like my caramel because I'm a perfect chef. Okay, so now we're going to move on to this eggs. So what we're going to do is we're going to need a separate bowl. So we're going to grab this bowl right here. Oh, spilled milk. Use the sock technique, guys. I'm telling you, every pro chef use it. Make sure that your surface is not hot. Imagine if I touched that and I was like burning. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna strain all this egg into here, so then we have smooth, perfect eggs. Okay, we want the smooth eggs without air. That's not where the strainer is. Strainer is right here, okay? So find the strainer in your house. It has to look, you can barely tell there's a strainer. That's what you want when you have your strainer, okay? So now I'm gonna turn around the camera. Now we gotta go to strain our eggs. So what we want to do with our eggs. This fork, dude. There we go. Just put on a napkin or something, you know. We're gonna pour these eggs into the strainer. Ooh. Make sure that you don't spill the strainer eggs. Okay. Then if you don't see anything coming through, you could just whisk your eggs in the strainer. It's a very good method. Okay, all the pro chefs use this, as I am a pro chef myself. So we're just gonna strain these eggs through the strainer. It might take some time, but we have all the time in the world, okay? Like Bob Ross says, there's no such thing as mistakes, only happy little accidents. So this is very good, okay? Yeah. You could also pour more eggs once you feel like you're confident. So just like that, I poured all the eggs. Sometimes you don't even have to whisk and the eggs will just strain through. Let me see. Oh, yep. So you see that? They're just straining through. You're gonna get some nice smooth eggs. So after all these eggs strain through, you're gonna see the white of the egg that couldn't strain through. You could just put that in the trash. Cause yeah, you're not gonna do much. No, it's not actually not the white, it's like the egg cell where the white and yolk is connected to each other. Yeah, we're just gonna mix this. But yeah, this process is just taking out all the air because like I said, we don't want air in our flan. Yeah, it's looking pretty smooth. I just leave it if I can. Yeah, there we go. That's power of physics, folks. Let me check my recipe. Yeah. Okay, so we are using 4 eggs, correct? 3 whole eggs and 1 egg yolk. I mean, as y'all see, I wasn't very good with the egg yolk, but basically, you know. Now you just add that egg yolk, so your flan is more yellow, not your egg. But yeah, your flan will be more yellow, and yellow flan looks good. So for our next step, we are going to need milk and condensed milk. So make sure you have that. But this is just a process, guys. If you need patience to make this, okay? So as we're running out of egg, you're gonna notice the membranes of the egg that didn't go through. Some may call it like mucus, but like is actually the membrane of the egg. You know what the chicken connects to. Yeah. So we're done straining our egg. Good job, guys. When you're done straining your egg, it should look like this. Almost no air bubbles. Like, do you see a single air bubble there? It just looks like the sun. Yes. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is we are going to need about 350 milligrams of milk. No, milliliters, not grams. So we're gonna grab our measuring cup because we don't eyeball things around here. And we're gonna measure 350, okay? So do it with me, guys. I don't know if you guys can see me. Let me check. Okay, all good, all good. So we're just gonna go to 350. And there we go. Also, when you pour, you want to try to not make as much air bubbles. I did not do quite a good job, but that doesn't quite matter because we are going to put it in the microwave for 30 seconds just to get it lukewarm, okay? Now, it doesn't matter what kind of microwave you use for this because it's just 30 seconds, so we'll just... I'm just kidding, I won't make you guys... So, our milk has finished microwaving. Yeah, see? It doesn't really matter how much air, because, like I said, oh, this is not very lukewarm. Let me just microwave it one more time, y'all. You want your milk to be warm, okay? Okay, so our milk is warm now. Look at that. All the air bubbles are basically gone. So now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add condensed milk. Do y'all know what condensed milk is? It's milk that's condensed, I think. I believe. Yes, this is what your condensed milk should look like. It's condensed milk, as you all know. I've been saying that. Let me just wash my utensils first. Okay, so with this next step, we have our condensed milk here, and we have a spoon. I like the spoon a lot. So we're going to pour our condensed milk into our milk, and you just want to taste and taste until you like the flavor of it, okay? So usually flan is very sweet, so you want to add... Oh, it's kind of slow. Yep, there we go. You know, we could add some more. Might be a little too sweet. No, that'll be fine. And now we're just gonna mix. Mix, mix, mix. So we really want everything to go together. So, yeah, we're just gonna mix. I added about 100 milliliters of condensed milk. Yeah, you just want to mix until everything has settled in and combined together. Might take a while. You also don't want too much air to form, like I said, because flan does not like air. So we're just gonna mix. Still got some to dissolve on my spoon, but that's fine. Yeah, so if you're really gentle with your mixes, then almost no air should come. So you don't want to be very vigorous, okay? Oh, there's still... Okay, I'll just... You see? Can you guys taste it? No, you guys can't. Don't even try. Yeah, that's actually really good. You know, I'm such a professional chef. I did it on my first try. Um, yeah, I'll show you the next step. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna pour our milk and condensed milk mix into the eggs that we strained, okay? This will give it the flan color. Flan. Now look at that. Looks like a mango smoothie. Okay, now that we poured everything in, look, I did such a good job mixing. No condensed milk left. We're just gonna gently mix this. Gently. We want it all to combine to one color, but we don't want lots of air, guys. Okay? Now, sometimes what I like to do is pour the eggs into the measuring cup, but this time I didn't do it because I don't think, yeah, you know. Um, yeah, but we're just gonna do this. Yeah. Now see, it's all one solid color. Like you can't even tell if you're looking at a wall or if you're looking at my beautiful egg mix. Oh, there's my spoon. So now you could tell you're looking at my beautiful egg mix. So we're gonna move our caramel pan. You probably could put this away. Yeah, but look, hot surface. Look at that. That means this is still hot. Okay. Look, you can feel the heat. Can you feel it? Yeah, that's what I thought. So now we are going to pour all our flan mix into these ramekins. If you have extra mix, then you could grab a cup and you could just have a flan cup, and then you could put like coffee in it or maybe chocolate or something. But yes, we are going to start pouring. So let me cut and I'll show you. Okay, so we've poured all of our mix in. So I'm gonna tell you guys right now: do not use 4 eggs. Use 5 if you're gonna use 7 ramekins. Because I had to pour some from one container to another container, so then it's all evened out. Okay, but you see, we used all our flan mix. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cover our ramekins in tin foil like this, so then no water from the steaming process gets inside. Water is a no-no. Okay, so yeah, let me cover it. Okay, so we've covered all of our flan. Oop, this one is a. Okay, so we've covered all of our ramekins. You want to leave one that is a little bit open so you can see if your flan is cooking and you like the way it's cooking. So now we got our prep our steamer. So let me do that. Okay, so now we have everything in our steamer. So basically, I think we're gonna go for 15 minutes. But if it's not cooked by 15 minutes, you could always go longer. Okay, it's just a test of time. Okay, it might be different depending on on what type of container you're using to store your flan. But 15 minutes is usually good. I mean, you could always do more. But yeah, see you in 15 minutes. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes. So we have steamed our flan. So what you want to do is you want to grab a toothpick. Grab your toothpick. Oh, I dropped it. But you're gonna want to. This is why we leave the flan uncovered. You can see it's cooked right there. You see? But to make sure it's cooked, we want to stick our toothpick in the flan and take it out. If there's nothing sticking, then that means your flan is cooked. Congratulations, you've made your first flan ever. And then you're gonna want to take all. So you're gonna want to uncover these flans. Oh, look at that, so beautiful and smooth. This as well. Then half of this, because you know it was left uncovered. So we're gonna move this. Hold on. Yeah, gonna move this. But like, we're gonna want to take all of this and put it in the fridge, and we're gonna want to let it sit in the fridge. You know, maybe 20 minutes. You know, we can't eat it right away. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, just let it cool down. You know, it's like exercising. You just need to cool down. But yeah, most of our flan looks good today. Look, this one some bubbles could have done better, but you know, 50% success rate is pretty good. So we're gonna put this in the fridge, and yeah, thank you for watching, dude. Bye bye.